ko te awa pūtai tōku maunga, ko tauri kaitai tōku awa, ko pare mahu tōku moana, ko tākitumu tōku waka, ko ngāti kere tōku hapu, ko ngāti kaununu tōku iwi, ko rongo morairoa tōku marae, no poranga hauahau. Ko auriri Houkamau tōku pāpā, ko Angela Baird tōku māma, ko Robert Houkamau ahau. So, kia ora everyone. So, my name's Robert Houkamau. I'm from Hawke's Bay Kaununu. My hapu is Ngāti Kere Poranga hau. I just wanted to spend probably the first couple of minutes just honestly thanking everyone for letting me come. I haven't been a part of the team for a long time, so it's been in the deep end. Hey, but I love it like that, just get the mahi done. I feel like it's been a massive opportunity just to come and sit and listen, and it's very humbling. So yeah, thank you to Mouse into the Sea, Wai Connection, and everyone for allowing me to be here. I've been laughing at myself thinking, what am I going to say to a whole bunch of people that have been doing the same thing for 20 years? So I thought probably the best thing for me to talk about is just me. So how did I get into this journey? I started in 2021. I did the diploma in dive zone tauranga for scuba diving. And I had no idea what I was doing. I just said I wanted to go and do a dive course. It was one of the best things I'd ever done. It was, I left school quite young at 13 and I was in construction for over 10 years. So when I had gone and done this diving journey, it was completely weird to me. I didn't understand how people could do that. You know, for me it was always about the mahi. But being in that space, I knew I want to be able to bring that home. Surely if we can do that, you know, if I could go and do that, I can bring that to our people. So that was the dream. So in 2022, we had 2023. No, 2022, we had started to try and run a business. But that business, we were charging clients and it didn't feel natural to me. So we went off the business track and we established this charitable trust in 2023, which is called the Tāngata Wai Charitable Trust. And taken from our trust deed is this quote: we're a trust dedicated to promoting diving in Hawke's Bay and beyond. Our mission is to encourage more people to explore the underwater world and discover the waters of our taiao. So for me, growing up, we had always heard the stories about our uncles being a part of these dive clubs and these things that were always, there was always offerings to be able to go out and experience these things, and especially to like the education around it. Well, when I was young, there was nothing. It was, there's the gear, get in there and go and do it. So water safety to me was nothing. It was always about the kai. Going through this journey, we've been able to see that our effects on the kai have the same effects as the taiao. You know, if we're in there and we're smashing out all the kai, it doesn't matter about restoration. So that's pretty much why we targeted these four things. Mā tauranga was just to educate our people, not only to educate them, but also ourselves, and create the change in conversation. For a lot of our whānau, it's only about kai. Now we're trying to change that into more what can we give rather than what can we take. So it's massive to hear those changes. Kaitiakitanga. So, you know, what is that? It's different to a lot of people, but for us it was just, if you look in the river or on the beach and your heart goes to those things, I think that's kaitiakitanga. You have to be one with the things that you're wanting to explore, really, just to have that sort of, I suppose, love to want to do something. Manaakitanga, this entire space for me is manaakitanga. Like I was saying, being in construction, it was very competitive. Your best mate here and you'll undercut him to try and get that contract. It's not like this in this space. It's very helpful and it's very humbling and new. Yeah, I love it. And whānau, I was lucky. I was a lucky child. I wasn't bad at school, but I was never at school. I was always at the marae. And yeah, so that's where I did most of my growing up. So for me, whānau is a big, I suppose, anchoring moment. Yeah, it's just one of those things. The marae whānau, it's my biggest teacher, and that's the way I teach, is from the marae. Through these opportunities with through creating the trust, we had no idea what we were doing. I get very stuck in yes. So if I say I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. So we didn't know what we were going to do, but we knew that in this space we could ask people for help. So what we did is we reached out to people from Water Safety New Zealand that linked us in with Dive Wellington, and then they ended up saying, go. It was a Tuesday. He said, get the funding application to me by Friday and you're sweet. I'd never done one before, so it was, again, very difficult, but we got it done. And it helped us reach out to different communities, like Tāngata had linked us up with another nationwide whānau, and they helped us find holes in our trust that we probably wouldn't have found it if we didn't link in with them. And that was just things like communication teams and all of that. So it's been a whole journey of learning. One of our biggest community groups that actually interact with us the most is the Mongomo. They are, out of all of our school teams, all of our whānau teams, they are probably the most interactive inside the classroom, which is very different. I thought they were going to be a hoha. Nah, they really weren't. When it comes to like water safety and things, when their wives are at the beach, you know it. They're looking after you. So it's again changing those narratives and things around kai gathering. What can we do as kaitiaki? What can we do as Māori? And how can we help our rangatahi? Cool. And so this is a bit of a funny part actually. I didn't think about this transition, but there's our other team, I suppose, our freshwater team, Sustainable Hawke's Bay, is with us as well. So I'm just going to ask Jay to come up and introduce her mahi.
Kia ora, ko Wai o, ko Muafu Valley Te Maunga, ko Loch Ness Te Roto, ko Te Rani Te Iwi, ko Clan Common Te Hapu, ko Urquhart Castle Te Whanitipuna, ko Heretanga Ahau Noho ana, ko Jae Whelan Ahau. So I was given these beautiful slides and there was Rob's pepeha. I was like, oh, my pepeha as well. And I sent it to him and he's like, yeah, man, what's all that? That's all Gaelic, eh? But the, ko Wai, the Wai is, I think, like it's a connection to everything, So I keep Wai as, Wai Connection is just kind of such a theme for I think for Aotearoa, for everybody here. And I've put a little whakatauki there, mā pango mā whero ka uti ai te mahi, which is a black and by red, we'll all get the work done, but it's everybody getting things done by working together, by celebrating diversity, by having, from the mongrel mob to international students, to, school groups, to community groups coming together. That's when we really get things happening. So just very quickly on Sustainable Hawke's Bay, and I'll hand back to Rob. We've got 3 posts, so we're a community organisation that's been around for about 30 years. And we have probably our circular economy team is probably where we started, which is our sort of zero waste stuff. We do lots of like waste warriors at events, and we had a community event down at the Marine Reserve, and we were like, oh, hang on, we've got our rubbish bins here. Make sure we've got everything sorted out around the waste. We do a lot of work around resilient communities, and then we've got our biodiversity team, which is Mountains to Sea. And yeah, that's a photo of us when we were down with you guys that day. So we love our biodiversity work. We've got a whole lot happening. And just before I hand back to Rob, I just wanted to say about lifestyle block farms, which I know people have said, we want to work with the big block owners and the big farmers. There's so many lifestyle blocks out there. We did a survey of our region, and we've got 20,000 hectares of lifestyle blocks, which is between 0.5 and 5 hectares. So that's a lot, and they're very motivated, and they actually really want just to relax and not have to worry about the land. Natives are good for them. So we've just been running workshops for them, super, super responsive. And they also keep people employed because they can sometimes pay contractors to come and do it for them. So we're all winning there. So I just thought, the whole it's about the diversity. It's about the big farmers. It's about the lifestyle block. It's about our backyard. So it's been awesome having these guys to, kind of come alongside. I'll hand back to you, Rob, to finish
I
your...
think we're coming alongside everyone else. Yeah, and so we were talking about the Wai Connection, and I suppose it's a bit different for me than it is for everyone else. So I'll talk about how we came together with the Wai Connection. Last year, Jay had come out to speak to our kaumātua and a few of our hapu members about coming out and sharing their mahi with us. A part of that proposal was, we have Mountains to the Sea as well, and they've got a person in Tairāwhiti that'd love to come down to your here and teach you. I said, nah. I'll do one better. I'll do that. And so Jay said, here's the lady's number. You go. And so we did. And we met with Lorna, I think it was late last year, early September, late October, just before the end of the year. And for me, this was a big eye-opener. This is the second time I've had a marine biologist come out and really hang out with me and get to tell me what we have. So I look with a hunter's lens. I'm looking for crayfish, I'm looking for paua, I'm looking for kina. Well, it was massive to come out with somebody with a different lens and say, well, actually, you've got these things here that supply those food stocks. Would you be interested in them? I'm super interested in them. What do I do? Here we go. Here's some more stuff. And so that's kind of how we linked in to the Wai Connection. And me and Jay were having a talk about it the other day. So Jay used to work with my mum in the council. And so when we're talking about the Wai Connection, I mean, especially for me, I think that is the Wai Connection. You're talking about a connection through the water. Right? And so without us, or either of us, ever being in that one situation at one time, would we have ever been connected? I don't think so. So it's what have we gained from being with Mountains to the Sea? Well, we were quite stagnant. We had our first group of people. We had our first ropu. I think it was 100 people. We had cut that down to 10 people. We had given them their certifications and everything. But then we couldn't take them anywhere from there. We were quite lost into, we've got this whole group of people. Now what do we do with them? Well, we had to then create the next pathway, I suppose. And that's what we've gained through Mountains to the Sea and the Wai Connection Trust, is that now we can now offer these things. Hey. So we've just finished running our first community event, which is called the Explore Te Angiangi event, which is in our local marine reserve. So the event outcomes, we had 101 participants, we had 21 crew/volunteers, $124 koha. Doc and MPI were there. We were also able to invite community food stalls, and we had a local school fundraiser. Some of the feedback, actually all of the feedback, this was pretty difficult, was similar to this. It was a brilliant day, hugely informative, fun, very helpful and supportive team. And these types of events are essential to encourage our tamariki to gain interest into the moana and our taiao. When we started these things, that's what I thought too. I was like, man, surely other people think the same. And I think this is the first koha we've ever received. Man, I'll tell you what, that $124, I feel more obliged to make sure we do something with that than any amount of funding that we've actually received. So yeah, I mean, these are the sort of opportunities that Mountains to the Sea has helped us create now, instead of having to pull my hair out and think about how we're going to do this in the next 10 years. Well, we're able to offer these now. I don't know. For everyone else, it might be normal. For me, that's scary. Well, it's only scary because it's happening. And again, what next? See, this is a whole new thing. We're always dealing with the now. Now we can talk about what's next. So what's next is we are going to bring more opportunities to Hawke's Bay and wider regions. We're speaking to Sports Hawke's Bay now, Water Safety New Zealand, about branching out to those wider regions and then offering those services. Working with our local kura to get our rangatahi engaged with the taiao. So we've just now locked in 4 schools for the year. And then apparently a whole bunch more now with the freshwater stuff. So and create whānau engagement with a focus on whakapapa, creating opportunities for whānau to return to their marae. So being with our marae quite intimately, there's a huge hole. in our marae, where our kaumātua are too old to teach and our rangatahi are too old to learn, or too young to learn. And then you've got us in the weird space that, you know, we got boots up the arse, but now you don't do that anymore. So, you know, we know what to do, but we were never taught the things. So now we're having to learn what to teach our kids. And that's, again, what Wai Connection and Mountains to the Sea has given us. It's those opportunities to be ourselves and be able to teach the way that we've learnt. So yeah, I just, again, wanted to say a massive thank you to everybody for allowing us to be in this space. Yeah, it's new for me. Yeah, thank you.